Hello, my name is Sandra Jones-Keller, and I'm an intuitive pregnancy coach and spiritual energy healer. So, we left off back in March with Dr. Darnita Henry, who's a chiropractor by profession, and she was pregnant with her third child. So, we actually are just going to jump right in with Darnita. Go ahead, Darnita. Hello.
Hi, Sandra. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Very good. Very good. This is Mariah. Hi.
Oh my God, she is so precious. So prior to this, we've done, I think, maybe 5 videos just talking about spiritual tools and principles to have a more peaceful pregnancy and actually peaceful pregnancy and peaceful life. And so when we left off, I was just looking at my notes. You were having contractions, and now your amazing, beautiful daughter is here. So just kind of fill us in on the last couple of months.
Okay, so yeah, I was having contractions and we finally got me to push. And that first push, my midwife noticed that Mariah was veiled, that she was still in her amniotic sac. So then the second push to get her body out, I moved, and that's when the waters broke and the sac popped. But that's being known as being born in call, because when she was delivered, her face came out or her head came out. She was still fully in her sac.
And so, what is your understanding of a baby that's born in call? Because it's a very rare occurrence. So, talk a little bit about your understanding of that.
So my understanding of that is that these babies are generally more intuitive, that they generally have they're still they're still really in touch with their spirit world, with the spirit world. Instead of, I mean, a lot of babies come and they are in touch with the spirit world. And we kind of teach them how to not be so in touch with it, and how to say, when they say it's a ghost or something that they see or they're playing with, we tell them, no, that's not a ghost. No, no, no. You don't see anybody. But I feel like even with Mariah, that she does see something other than me. Even from birth, she would appear to be looking over my head or behind me, and she would look behind me and smile. And I'm thinking, oh, I would instinctively just say, you must be playing with your angels, huh? You see your friends, okay, they must be up there. They came down here to play with you and to tell you, things are okay, and you still have your guides kind of hanging out with you. And I often tell them I said hello, tell them, I want to play too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, it's not surprising that Mariah came in, well, not in call necessarily, but that she's very kind of spiritually in touch. Because when we first did an energy reading, you didn't even know you were pregnant, and your belly was literally on fire. I mean, I could feel the energy just permeating from your womb. And so it was a very powerful and very kind of clear energy. So it's not surprising that you're having this experience with her. What do you think?
Yes, I think so as well. Even from the moment that it was like the moment that you said there's something going on, your womb is on fire. And I remember clearly saying, no, 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 I don't think so. But then I was like, well, I can't really be sure. And but from that moment, it was almost like the the something turned on and was like, okay, yeah, there is a being here. I am here. And she was very her spirit was pretty pretty evident even now, isn't it? Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. Okay, now you have two other children. Madison is what, 12 now? And
Yeah.
Mason is, what, how old is Mason? Three or two or three?
I have two other children. So and I have a bonus child by marriage.
Okay.
So that would make Mariah number 4, but I have birthed two other children. One is 12 and one is 4.
Tell us now, were these pregnancies different, or how did you feel with the different pregnancies, and did you notice anything different?
Well, I felt different with this one. just because I tried to be very mindful of trying to take my time, trying to slow down, trying to really honor the process. So I did feel different with this one, and I feel more settled even as a mommy. I feel like even with the older ones that I have more patience with them, even though they're both at little trying ages at the moment. One is going into she's a preteen going into teen years, and the other one is he's 4. So they can be a little challenging, but I definitely feel more patience. And even as Mariah has come, it's almost like there is it's kind of slowed my spirit, not slowed it down, that's probably not the right word, but made it a little bit more gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. We did a lot of work with just getting you balanced and having you learn to delegate so that you weren't trying to take everything on. So how do you think that plays into what you're experiencing now?
I think it plays into it because it takes a lot of work off of me, because I have gotten better about that delegation. Now there's not so much, even at home. There's not so much of me feeling like I'm doing everything. I feel like I'm getting some help, and that has made it so much easier for me to feel, instead of feeling so up and so wired. I definitely feel like the spirit has calmed down.
Mm-hmm. And so tell us now, are you communicating with her telepathically?
Yes, I feel like I do still speak to her telepathically. So no, she's not necessarily saying anything that I can understand, in English per se. We're not using the same verbal language, but I definitely feel like we speak to each other.
And have you noticed anything different between her and your other 2 kids?
She observes them and she smiles. You can tell, especially the oldest one, and I think because she's a girl, she's just so verbal. So, when she speaks, Mariah looks at her and smiles like, I know you, I know you. But yeah, it's been a little bit different because Mariah's spirit, it seems to be a more settled, calm spirit in general.
That's great, and remember that you can use these tools. And so when we have a newborn, so the telepathic communication is exactly what you're saying. It's not so much of you're hearing the words, but you're sensing and you're feeling and you're being with them, knowing that this is an intelligent being. I remember when my daughter was born, I would talk to her in complete sentences, asking her questions, saying, do you prefer this? Do you prefer that? What do you like? How are you doing? And then I would listen or feel for the response, because I knew, because I had communicated with her the entire time I was pregnant, so I knew that she was an intelligent spiritual being that had come here, to be with us and to fulfill her life purpose. So I treated her like that. And, I still talk to her like that. It's like, do you want this or this? How do you feel? Making requests. Because, for me, parenting these new age kids, and I like to call them new age kids, it's a partnership. And that's why I've always really just appreciated our conversations, because you realize that it's a partnership to birth these children and to bring them forth to follow their own life path. And that's what's so exciting about this work and about these conversations, is opening up a new paradigm of parenting for people.
And I definitely agree with you. And as far as the birth, I just thought about that. I continued, and I did something that you had mentioned that you did with Mecca. Me and Mariah made a little partnership. We talked and made a little deal. She said, "I'm okay, mommy. I'm okay." And I had to continue to think about that. When we thought that she may have been a little late and not on time, first of all, we already had discussed that we were on Mariah's time, that Mariah was not on our time. But we were kind of looking for her, kind of anticipating her, and I kept talking to her, because the outside influences would say, we got to get this baby out. We got to get this baby out. And I just did not feel comfortable with that. I kept feeling like she was saying, no, when I'm ready, I'll come. When I and she was so laid back from the beginning, like me carrying her, that I felt like she was like, I'm kind of having fun where I am. And when I feel like transitioning from where I am, I will do that. But right now I'm over here and I'm gonna stay here until I get ready to come. And when she came, oh my gosh, it was, she did her thing and she came. But I honestly felt like we talked about it. We understood that she was fine, and I even had some crystals. I had a friend to bring some crystals by, and when we would take those crystals out and sit them by my belly, it was just like my whole spirit, her spirit would just calm down, and I could tell she loved it. She absolutely loved being around. There were some quartz and some rose quartz and a couple of other things, and she loved that. I could just tell from how my body felt that she loved those things.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And that's, like I said, that's what's so powerful about this work, that when you are in touch with your baby in utero, you have an unprecedented level of safety, security, and confidence, because no matter what's going on outside, when your baby says, I'm good, fine, then you're not so scared, you're not so influenced by the doctors or by the people around you saying you should do X, Y, and Z. And your baby saying, look, so I commend you and applaud you for the amazing work that you did. So I know your doctors were concerned about you delivering naturally after what happened with Mason. And so I just applaud you for your strength and for your endurance and for your perseverance in having the baby the way that you wanted to have it. And you're such a contribution to women out there who have had C-sections, who have had different things, and then you came back and you did it naturally and you did it your way. Is there anything you'd like to add before we wind up for the day?
Just that communicating with your baby is a real thing, and it's a real thing when they're in the womb. It's a real thing when they're born. It's a real thing, honestly, when they are not babies, quote unquote babies anymore, because even children that are verbal sometimes won't tell you everything that they're actually thinking. So I still have to communicate intuitively with the 12-year-old.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? To see what are you really thinking, because she will tell me what she thinks I want to hear instead of telling me what's really going on. So it's really a thing, and to kind of tune into that is invaluable as a parent.
And I agree. My daughter is 10 now, and I do the same thing. I'll ask her, what's going on, and I may get da-da-da-da. And so I'll kind of go in and kind of sense what I feel it is, and then I'll start asking questions based on what I got intuitively, and sometimes that's how I'm able to bring it out. So you're absolutely right. This isn't just about newborns and about pregnancy. It's about being and dealing with our children, their entire lives, so that we can stay in tune with them, so that we can really be there to provide guidance, love, and support in the way that they need it. So I totally agree.
Yes.
I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for taking time out, and we will touch base again soon.
Okay, thank you.
And for those of you who are pregnant or trying to conceive, visit my website, sandrajoneskeller.com. I've got lots of videos and articles. I offer intuitive pregnancy coaching and spiritual energy healing to assist you with having a more peaceful, joy-filled pregnancy and trying to conceive journey. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, have a great day.